Hey, for all of you, what was the show? I just went blank.
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy fans. This is not going to be good news for you.
No.
Eric Dane, who is McSteamy on the show, has got a rough diagnosis.
Yes, he was diagnosed a while back with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Horrible condition to be diagnosed with. And he's relatively young. So I don't know why. I guess there's a part of me that thinks that if you're going to get a horrible diagnosis, it's going to be older.
Right.
But I think that it can strike you at any age. He sat down and did an interview with Diane Sawyer. It aired, I believe, yesterday on Good Morning America. And he said that he only has one functioning arm. His left side is functioning, but he's already lost function in his right side, his right arm. He said he thinks he might have a couple of more months before he won't have function of his left arm either. And he gave it a heartbreaking example that he jumped into the water off of a boat, but was too weak to swim, and his 13-year-old daughter had to jump in and help him back to the boat. And he said, all I want to do is spend time with my family and work a little bit if I can. But he also said, I don't think this is the end of my story. He said he just feels in his heart that this is not the end of him.
So as I understand it, ALS, and I've known a couple of people that have had it, I should know, but your brain still kind of is there, knows what's going on, but your body won't respond to anything that it asks it to do.
Yes.
Correct? So mentally, you're basically a prisoner in your own body, right?
Oh, definitely. It's a nervous system disease. Affects all the nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord, and eventually your brain can't send the signals down your spinal cord to tell your body to do what it needs to do. I mean,
but you can understand what people are saying.
Right.
You can, everything else is there.
Yeah. It begins with sometimes.
Our neighbor, when I was a kid, our next door neighbor, she had that.
Yeah.
And passed away from it. A rugby teammate of mine also had it, passed away from it.
Oh, it's awful. There's no cure, and it is a fatal disease. It's just awful. And it's so much more startling when it happens to somebody you know.
Yeah.
Or a celebrity that, you know their face. I mean, I'm not saying it's worse because it's celebrity. It just brings it back into focus because you think of celebrities as they've got the golden touch,
right.
Rich and have a great life.
Right. And then they get struck with something like this.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Awful. So sad.
There is a life there. They don't really know a life expectancy on this, right?
Mm-mm.
They don't know.
No.
So not a great story, but we hope Eric Dane does well.
Yes.
So stay with us. More coming up on Austin's 80s station, 103.1, and streaming at 1031austin.com. Don't forget that'll be Friday, won't it? Yeah, Friday morning, you can get, it's the one vote MVP,
Oh, yeah.
The last bit of the show, we ask for you to text us and tell us who should be the MVP. And the first text that comes in declares the winner. We could get 1,000 that say Tricia, but if the first one that comes in says Sandy,
Sandy's the winner.
Sandy's the MVP. So we'll do that on Friday morning.
The stories we love.
From the Lester Holt studio, let's welcome Tricia Delicia.
All right. So people, fed up locals in Barcelona, Mallorca, Venice, Lisbon, Paris are fighting over tourism. They are saying that they are super tired of the endless tourist waves that push up the rent in their city, jam up the streets, strain the environment. Also, what's happening is these cities who are interested in getting as much tourism as they can for the tourism dollars are now catering to the tourist lifestyle, not the local lifestyle. So people have had enough. They've formed a coalition called the Southern Europe Against Over Tourism Coalition. And what they did this past weekend was they walked up and down the streets in Paris, for example, where tourists are sitting at cafes and were squirting people and storefronts with water guns.
Really?
Yes. They're not doing anything to hurt them. They're doing a little bit above a peaceful protest. They're making their point, but all of these marchers had water guns and were squirting any tourists and any businesses that clearly only cater to tourism.
What a tough issue, because the money that comes into the city is welcomed, but if you're crowding out the people that actually live there all the time and making their lives more difficult, I can understand the frustration there too.
Yeah. In Barcelona alone, 15.6 million tourists visited last year, and as a result, the rent has climbed 68%. In the last 10 years. And the city's mayor of Barcelona has already promised to ban short stay tourism apartments by 2028. Like Airbnbs.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
You got to do something because you got people that live there. You know?
Exactly.
And it's one thing if it's just like a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody floods to New Orleans. You can put up with it for a weekend.
Right.
Right.
But it's all the time with some of these
all
places.
summer long.
Right. And protesters are like, look, we're not anti-visitor. We just need a fair space to live, work, and sleep without feeling priced out by selfie sticks and tourism. And well, this is where we live.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
I get
And
it
I'm
too.
kind of on their side.
I
But
get
how
it
do you,
too.
How do you stop it?
I don't know how you control it. I mean, I guess you can do what the city, what the mayor of Barcelona is going to do and ban, I guess,
The
Airbnbs.
short-term rentals and all that. I know the hotels, and I can't do anything about that.
Right.
Right. So, well, I hope they get it under control because there's nothing worse than being uncomfortable in your own town.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
That is the story we love. Again, you can text us anytime at 737-301-9600. She's Tricia. My name is Sandy. More coming up. Air gonger number 20. That's David, Tricia.
Okay. I'm going to
David.
remember that, number 20.
David sent us a text message calling you out about something. Remember, I don't remember last week maybe we were talking about the top French fries. Yeah, we talk about the important stuff on this show.
And French fries are important.
And Tricia really vehemently disagreed against the number one, which was In-N-Out.
I just think that's insane. I will not go to an In-N-Out burger because they're French fries. I don't think they're real. They seem mealy and powdery. They're not like thick and dense like a potato.
Wow.
And I don't think they're real. I don't think they're real potatoes.
Well, this is why you're being called out by David. I'm going to read it in the tone in which I think David intended. Okay? You never know what tone
This is
is
your tone.
in a text message.
Yes.
You never know what the tone is, but
Right.
this is how I have deciphered this one to be.
Okay.
In-N-Out fries are pressed from whole peeled potatoes. You can watch them from inside, and if you have time, drive through right there and see them through the windows. Their potatoes are real. They give you proof.
All right, David. What we have here is two French fry experts butting heads.
Yeah, and
Is
he's
what I
got you.
think.
They show you it's real potatoes.
They show you cutting something that looks like a potato.
Stop.
I'm not convinced that it is. It says, I looked up, are In-N-Out French fries made from real potatoes? It does say In-N-Out uses a proprietary blend of potato varieties that are chosen for their texture and flavor. The texture is the issue that makes me think they're not
You're
real.
telling me that being able to see the employee at In-N-Out slice the potatoes is not enough proof for you that it's
because
a real potato.
Who knows if it's an actual real potato? They have pieces of meat, slices of meat that they say are meat that they're not. There's not an ounce of meat in it,
There ain't no
but
fake
it looks
potato.
like a meat.
There ain't no fake potato,
Dude,
Tricia.
I know what I taste.
I like the
eat
In-N-Out
enough
fries. In-N-Out, I
French-
love you. I love you.
No, I love your burgers In-N-Out. Delish. Fries, sus.
How do they get that must take some serious training at the In-N-Out burger to get it in its little diaper. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They put a little diaper on it.
Oh,
and-
yeah. Just a little PSA here. Our daughter, and I went through, got the burger to go. It's not just the red and white, like picnic colored paper that they wrap around the burger. There is another burger colored paper in between. I'm going to let you know that I ate the burger colored paper while I was eating my burger because the grease makes it kind of adhere.
I've done it
And
too.
we're driving in the dark
Yeah.
and I've ate the paper.
I've done it too.
Like when I got home to throw it away, you could see a little bit of the brown paper left with my bite marks. I almost ate the whole paper wrapping, just so you know.
Well, David makes a very good point that they are real potatoes at the In-N-Out.
Yeah, I don't know, David. I don't know what
I
his
trust
French
David.
fry history is.
I'm sure it's
knowledge.
a rich history.
Noted, David. Tricia, not convinced.
All right. Stay with us. You can't commit once. By the way, one last thought on this. Once Tricia has her mind made up, it doesn't matter what proof you show her, she's not changing her mind.
Probably not.
No. They could go with In-N-Out, they could take her to Idaho. Dig the
Fly me
potato.
to Idaho.
Watch
Let
them.
me pick my own potato.
Yeah. Then go to the In-N-Out and slice and go, not the same potato.
Someone switched out the potato. This is a potato plant.
Now's the time that we have to get out of here, but we recap the entire show with some of the things we learned. Tricia keeps very, very good notes on all this,
I do.
and she'll now share it with us.
Yes. So Sandy told us, I believe it was in Care Don't Care, that it is possible to be allergic to another person.
Yeah.
To be allergic to people, in which case I was like, I have absolutely no problem believing that. And really, it explains a lot.
Yeah.
I think that you're allergic to more people than you know. There are some people that just walking up to them or seeing them, I'm all, ugh. You know what I mean?
Give you the ick.
Give me the ick, or I'm instantly annoyed. Maybe it's some pheromone they're pulling out,
They're toxic.
putting out. They're toxic. So I'm just saying that explains a lot, and I feel like it's a lot more prevalent than we know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
or
agree.
maybe I'm extra sensitive to being allergic to people.
What are you allergic to?
I mean, I'm allergic to most of the things. You've ridden with me out in public.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to all the things.
I'm allergic to penicillin and alcohol.
No, I'm also allergic to aspirin.
That's right. I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
need to know that.
Yeah, you got to know
Yeah,
that.
I need to know that.
I also texted you what mine and our daughter's blood is, what type our blood is, because I feel like you need to know that too.
What is
Do you know where you saved that? I told you to save it in like your notes.
What is it?
Well, I don't know. I got to look it up too.
I have it all in my health profile on my phone. It's all in my phone.
Negative.
A-
AO. Is there an AO? AO. Is there an AO blood type?
I don't know.
No, it's A's and O's in our blood type. I'll look it up. Another thing we learned was that I'm having a little bit of a French fry debate with our Aragonger number 20, David. I said unequivocally that In-N-Out French fries are not real potatoes and are not good. This is what David said.
David said, I think in this tone, In-N-Out fries are pressed from a whole peeled potato. You can watch them from inside, and if you drive through the window, you can see them doing it right through the window. They are real.
David, calm down, David.
David is sticking up for In-N-Out. I appreciate it, David. I love him too.
I don't know if I'm
gonna go get me a double
in
in fries.
Your tone, David. Meanwhile, that's just Sandy's tone. That's Sandy vicariously chewing me out through David's text.
Yeah.
David was probably like, "Hey, Tricia, next time you go, you can look through the window." He's probably super nice about it. It's you just.
I
being
don't
a
think
jerk.
David is. David's one of my
I
people.
feel like number 20, David, is probably a good guy.
You wanna go
Just
get a double-double?
Confused about French fries.
You want to go get a double-double? Do
I'll get
they have onion rings there?
I don't know, but I'll get the sandwich. But I'm going to pass on the fries.
I hate when people call a burger a sandwich.
Sometimes I'm like, just get the fries and eat them. And then I get them, and then I'm mad when I taste them. So I can't do the fries. Finally, Sandy's real excited about this. Wombat poop. Bet you never thought you'd hear about that today. Wombat poop is square. So it doesn't roll away because that's how wombats mark their territory.
I'm telling you, that's amazing. Like, how many thousands of years of evolution did it take? Or did just one wombat decide, you know what, today I'm going to poop a square?
And who made it square?
Right.
What wombat took a geometry class
That knows it doesn't roll.
and then figured out how to make his poop square? Is his biscuit hole square? These are the things I need to know.
This is really sad, but I will now Google
I'm going to
wombat poop.
biscuit hole.
Is that what you're going to?
I'm Googling it right now.
Googling wombat poop. And then I'm going to
Wombat.
click images, and I'm going to be amazed.
And I mean,
Cube-shaped. No
Look, there's
other
a
animal.
photo.
No other animal does it.
there's a photo
There
of
it
his
is. Oh,
butt.
they're
Too
cute
much
little
hair.
dudes.
I
I
can't
didn't know. What a
see.
terrible name for such a cute little creature. Did you know the wombat was so cute?
I think that they can like rip you to shreds.
No, you're thinking of the honey badger.
Well, I think
He's
he's a
good.
cousin of the honey badger.
I don't know. He looks pretty cuddly to me.
Let's see. Our wombat's cuddly. Our wombat's mean.
They're cute. Here's one little wombat stacking his poo.
They're very aggressive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They sure are cute.
Muscular marsupials that will rip your face off. That's what it
They're
says.
kind of like
right
a
here.
Wolverine.
Yes.
They're vicious. The Wolverine it fears nobody.
You're the guy out in a national park who sees the bison and wants to pet him.
No, I'm not.
You're the guy that sees a wombat and thinks he's cuddly, and then the next thing you know, your arm's ripped off.
Well, I mean, that's a lot more forgivable than trying to befriend a bison. This little guy looks cute and cuddly.
I mean,
he's
he'll
fun.
again like a honey badger.
I'd like to
Kill ya.
have one of those.
Like to have a wombat.
Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for spending time with us. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be here. If you're just joining us or can't be here tomorrow, grab the podcast version of the show. Search The Sandy Show where you get podcasts. Until tomorrow, don't take any crap from anybody.